Welcome to We the Travelers, where we bring you unfiltered travel information. In this video, we'll walk you through the entire Laos experience, covering the e-visa process, a carefully crafted itinerary, and a complete budget breakdown. Let's start with the first step to make your trip seamless, applying for the Laos e-visa. Go to the Laos official e-visa website. You can find the link in the description. You can go through FAQs for any latest information or changes in the e-visa process. It takes 3 working days to process your e-visa. You can apply for a maximum of 10 people per invoice. E-visa is valid for 60 days, out of which you can stay for a maximum of 30 days. You can apply for an e-visa as early as 60 days prior and as late as 5 days prior to your arrival in Laos. This will be a single-entry visa. You can only enter once using this visa. You can go through complete FAQs for more information, but in this video, we will cover all the important points for applying your e-visa. Go back to the main page and from the Apply option above select Apply e-visa. Enter your email ID and CAPTCHA. You will receive a verification code on your email. If you are unable to find the email, do check your spam box. Use this code and verify. Select passport type as ordinary and click Next. Upload your photograph and passport. Instructions related to valid photographs will be shown to make sure you upload a proper photograph. Select and upload your photograph. You can crop your photograph to remove unwanted edges. Now similarly upload your passport. Some of your basic information will automatically be fetched from your passport and populated in the application. Fill out the remaining details. Port of entry is an important field to enter. Make sure you enter the correct one, as you will be allowed to enter only from the mentioned port of entry. Your date of entry can vary from what you enter in the application, but you have to make sure you travel within 60 days timeframe of your e-visa application. Enter your flight name and number in the ticket information. For land travel, you can provide the vehicle number you will be using to enter Laos. For accommodation, you can provide the hotel information if you have already booked. If not, any random hotel information should do the work. You do not have to upload proofs, and this will not be validated during immigration. You can add more people to the application, but not exceeding 10 people. Once all the information is filled in, proceed for payment. You can find 2 different modes of payment. I will be opting for Visa payment. Fill in the details and complete the payment. Once the application is successfully submitted, you will receive a confirmation message along with an email. Again, make sure to check your spam folder if you are unable to find the email. You will receive your e-visa in 3 working days. Also, you can check your e-visa status from the home page. Now that we have covered the e-visa process, let's move on to unveiling a 7-day itinerary to navigate the enchanting realm of Laos. Nestled in the heart of Southeast Asia, Laos remains one of the region's hidden gems, largely untouched by the tourist trail. Its blend of serene colonial cities, breathtaking landscapes, and a tranquil ambient sets Laos apart as a unique Southeast Asian sanctuary. Despite its turbulent history as the most heavily bombed country in modern times, Laos' resilient spirit and rich cultural tapestry offer travelers a deeply moving and enlightening experience. This land, scarred yet beautiful, is encased by Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, Myanmar, and China, often overlooked due to its quiet presence on the global stage. My meticulously designed itinerary is your gateway to experiencing the best of Laos in just 1 week. So, without further ado, let's dive into the itinerary. Best time to visit Laos. The best time to visit would be between October and February, an answer you will find on many travel blogs. This is true as this period follows the rainy season, offering a climate that is significantly cooler and less humid than at other times of the year. However, I would say, wait a few weeks after the rainy season ends to fully appreciate the beauty of Laos. The country boasts some of the most stunning waterfalls I've ever seen, which become truly magical when they reveal their turquoise waters, a transformation that occurs once the muddy runoff settles. Additionally, hiking through the scenic limestone mountains becomes considerably easier during this season. For a safer bet, I would recommend visiting Laos between November and January. Breakdown of 1 week in Laos. The 3 areas that you will visit during your 1 week in Laos. Vientiane, 1 or 2 days. Vang Vieng, 3 days. Luang Prabang, 2 or 3 days. Day 1, arrive in Vientiane. Vientiane is easily accessible by air from neighboring countries such as Thailand, Vietnam, and Singapore. Quiet and relaxing, it offers a slower pace of life compared to other Southeast Asian capitals, making it an ideal place to unwind and prepare for the rest of your journey. If you arrive in the morning, 1 day should suffice to explore this laid-back capital city of Laos. After arriving, check into your accommodation early and, following a few hours of rest, start exploring. While you can easily find attractions through a quick Google search and explore on foot, which is one of the best ways to travel, I'll focus on providing some practical tips instead of listing attractions. 1. Download the Loca app for cab bookings. 2. Purchase a local SIM card, which will also be helpful in logging into the Loca app or book a train ticket using the train booking app. 3. Contact your accommodation or a local travel agent to book your train ticket from Vang Vieng to Luang Prabang. The ticket booking opens 3 days in advance, and it's advisable to book as early as possible. Doing so in Vientiane can be cheaper and easier. Although booking through a mobile app with your local SIM is an option, I prefer to ensure my booking was secured without having to navigate a new app. 4. Plan to book your train from Vientiane to Vang Vieng for the day after your arrival or the following day. Ideally, you should arrange this before arriving in Laos as the tickets are sold out on the day the sale starts, that is 3 days prior to the journey. Official booking websites may require a local SIM card, which can be challenging to obtain before your arrival. Third-party websites offer booking services but at more than double the price. Consider contacting your accommodation in advance to assist with booking this ticket. If needed, I can provide a contact I used, just let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to share. Once you are done exploring the city of Vientiane on the day of arrival, book a trainee ticket to Vang Vieng the next day from the Lao-China Railway. If you arrived late afternoon in the city or traveled from far away, you can rest for a day in Vientiane, explore the city the next day, and book an early train to Vang Vieng the day after. You can book a cab using the Loca mobile app to travel to the railway station. The railway station is around 20 kilometers away from the town. I arrived early at the railway station, got my baggage checked in, took an Amazon coffee, and enjoyed some time at the railway station. Baggage check-in is similar to the one we have in an airport but a bit stricter in Vientiane. It is a lot less strict in Vang Vieng. Day 2 or 3, head to Vang Vieng. Depending on how many days you've spent in Vientiane, this will be your second or third day in this beautiful country. Travel to Vang Vieng, which is about a 1-hour train journey from Vientiane, via the Lao-China Railway, a convenient mode of transport if you're exploring the country for just a week. Upon arriving in Vang Vieng, you can take a tuk-tuk from the railway station to the town. Before boarding a tuk-tuk, take a moment to enjoy the view as soon as you step out of the Vang Vieng railway station. A tip for booking a tuk-tuk. Talk to people who arrived with you on the same train and share a single tuk-tuk to reduce the cost. Vang Vieng is a small town, and most accommodations are within walking distance of each other, making it easy to share a ride. I will share travel expenses in another video, which will give you an idea of the costs. After checking into your accommodation, consider hiring a motorcycle for the duration of your stay in Vang Vieng, as it's the best way to get around. You can also rent a buggy if you're interested. While most attractions are easily found on Google, I'll mention some that are less commonly visited. Arrival day in Vang Vieng. Phapungkham Cave and Viewpoint. This spot is just as impressive as the popular Nam Zay viewpoint, but often overlooked. Try to get there early to explore its two amazing caves, surrounded by lush greenery and usually devoid of crowds. After visiting the caves, head back the way you came and climb the viewpoint for a stunning sunset. This viewpoint offers breathtaking views with fewer visitors. Tham Chang. You can visit this site when you have a couple of hours to spare. It's close to town, requiring just a 5-minute climb upstairs to access a beautiful cave. It's less crowded, making it a perfect spot to relax. Early morning day 2 in Vang Vieng. Nam Zay Viewpoint. Despite being challenging in the rainy season due to slippery paths, it's a moderate climb during the dry season, with just a few tricky spots. Don't be deterred by Google reviews. Experiencing it for yourself, especially at sunrise, is incredibly rewarding due to the lesser crowds and more beautiful views. Day 2 in Vang Vieng. Blue Lagoon 3. This location is not to be missed. The journey there is bumpy and dusty, but incredibly scenic. Google Maps shows 2 different routes for cars and motorcycles, both of which are beautiful. I suggest taking the car route there and the motorcycle route back. Aim to visit Blue Lagoon 3 around 12 to 1 p.m, as the adjacent limestone mountain casts shadows over the lagoon after 3 p.m. Day 3 in Vang Vieng. This day offers the perfect opportunity to indulge in whatever activities you desire. Consider exploring additional lagoons, each offering its unique beauty and tranquility. Tubing down the river is a must-do in Vang Vieng, providing a relaxing way to enjoy the scenic views along the water. The town is also home to several temples worth visiting, where you can immerse yourself in the local culture and spirituality. For those seeking a bit more adventure, motorgliding is an exhilarating option, offering unparalleled views of the landscape from above. Alternatively, embracing the leisurely pace of life in Vang Vieng, you might choose to simply rest and soak in the natural beauty and calm of the surroundings. Departure day in Vang Vieng or early morning of day 3. Hot air balloon. If a hot air balloon ride is on your bucket list, Vang Vieng offers this experience at a lower cost and with stunning views, all while avoiding large crowds. The area offers plenty to do both during the day and after sunset, including strolling through the night market and enjoying delicious food. I recommend spending at least 3 days in Vang Vieng to truly appreciate its worth. Arrival day in Luang Prabang. Discovering Luang Prabang. Consider taking an early morning train aboard the Lao China Railway from Vang Vieng to Luang Prabang. Upon arrival in Luang Prabang, you have the option to book a taxi through the Loca app, or scout for minibuses that have come to drop people at the railway station, which often offer a more economical fare to your lodging. Refresh yourself upon arrival, then set out to immerse in the rich tapestry of temples and cultural heritage that Luang Prabang offers. As the sun sets, meander through the vibrant night market. One of my favorite, unparalleled by any other in Southeast Asia. Day 2 in Luang Prabang, an adventure on 2 wheels. Hire a motorcycle on the previous night and kick off your day early, making your way to the breathtaking Quang Sai waterfalls early. Aim to arrive by its opening at 8 a.m. to avoid the crowds, especially on weekends. After reveling in the serene beauty there, return to Luang Prabang for lunch. Later in the afternoon, around 4 p.m., venture to Tat Sae waterfall. This natural wonder, distinct yet as mesmerizing as Quang Sai. You need to take a short boat ride to reach the waterfall, which is as beautiful as it can get. Final day, witnessing tradition. Embrace the tranquility of Luang Prabang streets early in the morning by observing the sacred almsgiving ceremony. It's imperative to approach this experience with respect, maintain a respectful distance and observe quietly from afar. Afterward, enjoy a leisurely breakfast before catching a flight to your next destination, carrying with you the serene memories of Luang Prabang. With the Lao itinerary sorted, let's dive into what you can expect for a 7-day travel budget in Laos. Without further ado, let's dive into how much it will cost you, step by step. Please note that this is based on costs for a couple traveling together, but you can adjust slightly for solo travel or trips with friends and family. First, the essentials. E-visa. To enter Laos, you'll need an e-visa, which costs $50. You can find a video on how to apply for the Laos e-visa on my channel. Travel insurance. It's always wise to be covered. My travel insurance cost $11. SIM card for 7 days with data. Staying connected is easy with a local SIM card, and it's only $4.50. Next, let's talk about transport. Flights. My flight from Bangkok to Vientiane cost $136. After exploring Laos, I flew back from Luang Prabang to Bangkok, which was $174. Trains. A scenic train ride from Vientiane to Vang Vieng costs $39. Another train from Vang Vieng to Luang Prabang costs $21. Trains can cost less if you book directly at the station, but that has some conditions, which I've explained in another video on my Laos itinerary. So, for all your main travel between Bangkok and Laos, as well as intercity transport, you're looking at $370. I chose Bangkok for its excellent connectivity to Laos, but you can also fly from other neighboring countries. Now that we've covered the main travel, let's talk about internal transport within Laos. Vientiane. A cab from the airport to my accommodation was $6.50, and when it was time to catch the train to Vang Vieng, the cab ride to the station was $10. Vang Vieng. From the railway station to my accommodation, a shared tuk-tuk was only $2. For 2 days, I rented a bike for just $2 and spent $4 on gas. When leaving for the train station, a cab ride was $3.50. Luang Prabang. From the railway station to my accommodation, I paid $5 for a shared cab. When it was time to leave, a cab to the airport cost $4.50. I also rented a bike for a day, which was $5.50, plus $1.50 for gas. In total, internal transport within Laos came to $44.50. Let's move on to accommodation. Vientiane. I stayed for 2 nights, costing $52, excluding breakfast. Vang Vieng. 2 nights here cost $68, with breakfast included. Luang Prabang. For 3 nights, I spent $79, and breakfast was included. That brings the total accommodation cost for 7 nights to $199. Next, let's break down food costs. In Vientiane, on day 1, I spent around $13 on food, and on day 2, it was $23. In Vang Vieng, I spent $12.50 each on day 3 and day 4. In Luang Prabang, food costs were $16 on day 5, $19 on day 6, $17 on day 7, and a more budget-friendly $7 on day 8, which was a travel day back to Bangkok. So, my total food expense was $110 for the entire trip. Entrance fees and activities. Museums and temples. I spent $18.50 in total for visits, although this may vary based on your interests. Lagoon entries. There are 3 lagoons to visit. Lagoon 1 is $1.80, Lagoon 2 is also $1.80, and Lagoon 3 is just 90 cents. You can skip Lagoon 1 and 2, as Lagoon 3 should be enough. Nam Zay Viewpoint, entry was 90 cents. Tham Chang Cave, entry costs $1.80. Hot air balloon ride, one of the highlights in Vang Vieng. This adventure will cost you $224. This is a more expensive activity, so if you're on a tight budget, you can skip it. However, this is the cheapest hot air balloon ride you'll find, offering stunning views. Cave exploration, 90 cents. Kong Sai Waterfall, $2.25. Tad Sae Waterfall, $3. Another viewpoint, 90 cents. The total for activities and entrance fees was $256.75. Shopping and souvenirs. For shopping, I spent $6, and for souvenirs, about $1.30. So, what's the grand total? When we add everything up, here's the 7-day Laos budget. Essentials, $65.50, which includes e-visa, insurance, and SIM card. Main transport, $370. Internal transport, $44.50. Accommodation, $199. Food, $110. Activities and entry fees, $256.75. Shopping and souvenirs, $7.30. My 7-day adventure in Laos cost me approximately $1,052.05. Now you can prepare for your unforgettable trip to Laos with a well-planned budget, using my experience as a guide. Laos has etched itself in my heart as one of the most stunning countries I've had the pleasure of visiting, much owed to the unparalleled kindness of its people. Enjoy your time in Laos. I hope you have an unforgettable experience. Happy travels! Embark on this journey with us, subscribe, like, and share, and join We the Travelers in crafting inspiring content for globetrotters everywhere.